right, guys, third quarter. What was going so well with you defensively?
I wouldn't necessarily point myself out, but I feel like we stopped communicating on the defensive end and didn't get back in transition, which allowed them to get some easy buckets. And they did a great job of getting on the board, second chance points, and that's where they killed us at tonight. So I feel like we got to go back to the drawing boards and get better from there.
How antsy does it get on the bench when you're sitting there and you got to wait a while because you're in foul trouble and the league's slipping?
It's kind of disappointing at times, but I have the utmost confidence in my teammates to go out there and continue fighting and getting it done on both ends of the floor. So I get antsy, but at the same time, we're a team. We rely on each other. I have the confidence in Jeremy, Russell, Vic. Everybody go out there and get it done. So.
Y'all have gotten pretty good at closing out those late games defensively, but tonight, like you were talking about with the communication, LaMarcus got that easy dunk at the end. Mm-hmm. Was communication part of the problem in those late game situations too?
Tonight, we just got cross matched a couple times and got caught in a couple bad positions. It happens. We're not perfect. And they're a great team and they took advantage of it. So you just got to get better from the defensive standpoint and getting stops down the stretch. Offense take care of itself.
Has there been a conversation within the team, over this past week that it was inevitable, kind of that Russell can't do this every night, like he can't be the guy to pull a rabbit out of his hat, so to speak?
I don't know who's saying that.
I'm just asking if that was happening or.
Oh no, not at all, man. I've been playing with this guy this my fourth year, and I've seen it all. He gets it done each and every night. He's a true competitor. Plays all 48 minutes of the game hard, aggressive, and he's coming at you. The team kind of takes on that identity, and he's our leader, and we're gonna go out there and follow his footsteps. So.
Have you seen a team run defenders at Russ in the crunch time like the Spurs did tonight? It seemed like they were throwing 3 defenders at a time, basically begging for him to distribute.
Oh, you say it again?
Have you seen a team?
That's my first time. Different teams try different stuff. It's a hard guy to stop. So throwing 2-3 guys at him. If that's the way to stop him, they're gonna do it. So that's what it just shows what kind of caliber player he is, and he gets it done. So I believe Russ will go back and look at the film and see what he can do better in that aspect of the game. So.
There was a situation where Russell had to take a timeout. I think you and Ennis were in the same area in front of the bench. Mm-hmm. What was that situation about? Was there miscommunication there or something?
I think I know what you're talking about. I think no. We messed up on the play. Baseline out of bounds. We had Steve and Ennis in there at times. Ennis didn't really know the position to be in, and it kind of happened quick. So we had to call a timeout, but like I said, stuff like that happens. We'll grow, and we get better from it. So, we came out of the huddle and know what to do from there. So,
I think they had 11 blocks tonight, but you guys got 44 shots in the paint. Did you feel like you were getting to where you wanted to, and they just were using their length, or what was happening in the paint tonight?
That's a good question. I feel like we were being aggressive, getting to the paint. We're one of the leaders in the league and deep paint points, and we're gonna get blocked at times. That's part of the game. You gotta keep going up aggressive and try to get a foul. If not, finish. So I feel like our guys did a great job tonight. We just didn't get it done down the stretch. So we'll learn and get better from it tomorrow.